right? Sweat, check. Yeah. I'm good now.
Well, we went outside for a little while.
Yeah, I took off the jacket too.
Hey, what is this? Tell me about your style. What happened? We need a sweater, and it's.
You said it's cotton. I'll never do wool. I can't do it.
Oh, no.
No way.
But what makes you decide that this is we're doing a sweater for our last one?
Because you said 3 different outfits, like it was 3 different occasions.
Okay.
Unlike used to.
When have you ever worn a sweater before?
I like the blue to match the eyes.
We're going for the romance.
I know, man.
Okay. All right. But tell us about your outfit then. Maybe you can.
My outfit?
Yeah. We're talking about Rudy's outfit, so we'll talk about you.
Mine's so boring. No, never mind.
Okay. But how about your jacket? Come on.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what?
Come on, man.
I have a guy that comes out to my office, and he can convince me of anything. Right? I can put on a doily and be like, "Oh my God, that's the nicest doily I've ever seen." And I'd be like, "All right, is it $1,500? Great.
Okay, sold.
Wait, 6 weeks? Okay, I got it." So I don't know. I think it's got a little bit of a fall look to it. So, and it's got and here's the thing: it's got whatever colors you want.
Yeah.
Right? So you can kind of insert right there's my blue, so I can do my blue. I don't know. I think I'm still learning about this fashion thing. You have it figured out. So when did you figure out your fashion style? Shoes matches your watch, matches your hairstyle.
Because, I lived in Queens and then Hempstead.
Yeah.
So just the matchy-matchy.
Yeah.
I always did that. Always. And then the black on top of that, it was a GQ article that it had a page per career. And there was a page of writers, and they all were wearing black.
Yeah.
Like, that's my look, man. Because I always wanted to be a real author,
Right.
So I did the black with the matchy-matchy. This is me.
No, I got some issues with matching clothes. I need those granimals, that
The numbers that
that go together. And so in the morning in my dark closet, I can see what can go together. A one with the pants and a one with a shirt, I'm okay, right? I put some stuff on, and Dorothy's going, "No, you're going back in there. You can't wear that, Jim."
That's why you keep it. The first memory that you have of you and I hanging out and spending time together, and you and Jim hanging out and spending time together.
The first memory of us, of significance, was in that restaurant with Dean and Kevin in that elevator.
EBT, yeah.
Yeah, it was the elevator. Car was a dining room.
Right.
Yeah.
So we had so much fun.
Right.
We had so much because I think we were all New Yorkers, right?
Sure.
So all that humor didn't affect. It offended the restaurant, but the rest of it, we had such a ball, right?
Yeah,
it was all New York. Kevin's from New York too. Yeah, all New York. Just being New Yorkers. It was messy, loud, and wonderful.
And what about it for Jim?
It was before that in your backyard.
It was in his backyard.
In your backyard.
Oh, okay.
You were having a gathering, and
Okay.
you had some entertainment out in the back. Was that with the flames
with
and
the,
all?
Right.
Was
Like
that?
now with the,
No, you mixed up
yeah.
stories. It was a previous meeting where you guys it was funny the way you squared off a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, it was before that.
Oh,
that was
really?
that was a fun party. You had like a fire thrower.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'll go with that one. That was a better me. That was fun. That's when someone fell off this chair, right? Or something like that.
So we met on the racquetball court, and Bart was this big guy that was, I'll say, it was about the only time that I've beat him, and he was slow, tall, and
Fat.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't say fat, but you said it.
That was a big fat.
And then Bart put his mind to it and got pretty much the best in the state. But
Best in the state?
oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
There was a backyard meeting during the day that the three of us had. Something about contractual something.
Okay.
And it was very funny, your banter.
Yeah.
Right away. I'm like, oh, he can talk like that, so I can too. It was great.
Yeah.
You like go for something. You said something like that to him. I'm like, I'm home.
Yeah.
I'm home.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we had a lot of fun. Yep.
How about in the first year? So in the first year, I'll go with my stuff for the two of you. I think it was great. The two of you had this zeal, this need to want to do a good job, but also to show how much you want to have fun. So the famous story that will live in infamy, I will never forget this. We're at Brandywine Country Club. And I bring my absinthe with me. Oh, no. And I'm the alchemist doing whatever I'm doing. Right, stirring up the sugar.
You're stirring two different directions like a drummer.
And you're playing ball, which is so much fun. Everyone knew it by then who you were and what you were about and whatever. And so now I'm providing alcohol for you that's far too, has far too much alcohol content. Mm-hmm. And the way that you spent the rest of the night, you tried as hard as you could, but there was a point where you were literally holding the wall up, trying as hard as you could, and I'm looking at you, and you were trying to not make the universe cave in on yourself. It was amazing. And then we walk outside, and I go, something about your gold tooth. Remember that?
The diamond, yeah.
The diamond.
Explain the diamond.
Is it a diamond? And you're like, hey, who told you? Who told you?
Because nobody knows it. Nobody's ever noticed it. Nobody's ever brought it up. Right.
So, and then the next day was when you were in the apartment with Dean.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. With the hair? Is that the day?
Yeah, right. And he walked out with the towel on his head.
And he he's waving his
Thank you.
All right, we need more alcohol and
that's
some
funny.
Another beer?
Another beer would be great. Same would be great. The Lagunitas. You want to get an apple crisp?
I'm gonna get an apple crisp.
Okay. So one for you.
Yeah.
What do you want to get? I'll get the creme brulee.
Gotcha.
Please.
chocolate orange creme brulee. Oh, you got that. So chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream?
Please.
Okay, wonderful. Do you want just one scoop or you want to do 3?
14. No. Just one. Just one's
one
fine.
scoop?
Just
Okay.
one's fine.
Alright.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then for you, we're at the Omni in Orlando.
Oh, yeah.
And it's your first conference. Mm-hmm. And we're having a great time during the day. We have a couple drinks, and it's about 10 o'clock at night. And I said, all right, guys, because I'm ready to go to bed. And I said, guys, it's time to go to bed. So I go upstairs to bed. 11:15, the phone rings. My cell phone rings. And I'm like, hello? Hey, so I'm down here now. I think it's possible. I probably saved us about $100,000 a year. And I'm like, where are you? I'm in the bar, and I'm like, okay, stay right there.
He came down to rescue me.
Don't say another word. I'll be right there.
That was
Get my clothes back on,
Yeah,
run downstairs, and I'm like, what the are you doing?
Yeah, that was my third week, okay? And Jesus, I had to run out and get some clothes beforehand. I didn't know what to expect, and oh my goodness.
That was great.
That was fun.
So now you're working at Sprint for all those years, and you transitioned to Centrinex. So what's that transition look like?
Oh, well, it was looking back on it, it was great, but I mean, realize that it was going from an organization of 40, 50,000 people down to 50.
Right.
And now I've got all the responsibility. And then I thought, well, this isn't bad, and I'm starting to learn the industry and that kind of stuff. And the coolest thing is with a small company that we have, is you can affect change. Right. Like when you think of it and it's good for the company, you can get it done in a day.
Right.
You know? I mean, just meet, put it down, and go for it. So, the culture is so much different, but in effect, you're still wanting to, do the right thing and produce earnings. Right.
So I came from a snake pit, right? It was it was called. There's a scholastic way to say it, but it's where you throw everyone under the bus to make yourself look good to the boss. Yeah. So that's where I came from. So nothing got done. You'd have side meetings to prepare for the meeting. Are you in? What would you like different? No, I'm in. Are you in? What would you like different? In the meeting, no, we're not in. We don't like it. We never agreed to it. It's disgusting. It was disgusting. Right. So I came here with the freedom the fun that we had, and then we molded the culture, right? As we all matured, I think we molded the culture to that.
Yeah, sure.
As we matured, not that we've matured too much.
No, please.
Yeah.
So what's Costa Rica memories?
When Manfred opened it, the third or fourth building, he had the vice president of Costa Rica come in and speak. First he spoke, then she spoke. I was the only client invited.
Oh wow!
It was grand.
Yeah.
And the ribbon cutting, I was the guy cutting the ribbon, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
So for the new building, and then a jarring memory was I spoke at the culinary school, their graduation day, and the translator was on the stage, and it was a big auditorium, and my deck got froze on the screen, so I had to ad lib with this crowd with a translator.
Oh, really?
I'm walking through the crowd, and I'm trying to tell jokes, and they don't translate,
Yeah,
you know.
right.
So that was humiliating.
Yeah.
And then, but one of the best ones with Juan Pablo is we just jumped off a cliff into the water, and I was so scared.
Really?
But the guide went, he went, and I'm up there. So I got to jump into this thing. I was so scared, but it was brilliant.
But that was fun.
It was one of the best memories of my life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's right.
So to your point,
Yes?
Panama was.
Yes.
I wouldn't call it a dark time in our history because it'd be too funny to say that. But I mean, we tried some fun stuff in Panama, and we went. Let's just admit at this table, we really didn't go to Panama to do work. I mean, I don't think there was ever a time that that we said, okay, you know what, this is a really good idea for us to grow our business and do whatever. We went there because it was Panama, and it was a lot of fun. If we're waking up at noon, having coffee, working for an hour, smoking hookah for 3 hours, taking a nap, waking up and eating dinner at midnight, that's not work.
Well, it was work. It's fun work.
I really
Was
thought
that the
we could
Shakira?
sit
Did you go to the Shakira?
No, I left. I was
you were out earlier?
You and Patrick took
Yeah,
you.
we went to the Shakira concert.
Was that in Panama?
That was in
Yeah,
Panama.
that was in Panama.
Yeah, 'cause
was Costa Rica.
Patrick hooked that whole thing up.
Yeah.
Right?
What was it with Lucas?
No, it was the guy that ran it. He arranged the whole thing with a driver and
right,
everything.
Panama, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We drank a lot that trip.
You think?
Yeah, no.
Imagine
I still
that.
have a video.
No.
It's
no.
It's after 3 a.m. and we're sitting at some bar somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's as if it's 10 o'clock at night. I mean, that place was no good for us.
No.
Whatsoever. Nothing good came out of going to Panama, ever. Other than us just wasting a couple days of whatever it was that we did.
My liver still hates us for it.
Yeah, it was good.
We met some pretty amazing people. I mean, meeting David and listening to him and all the stuff that we got. Going to Panama Locks, seeing the monkeys on the trees and the
Oh, it
boat.
was great. Monkey Island.
Monkey Island.
Yeah, I remember that.
So from an experiential standpoint,
Yeah.
there's nothing better.
No.
But we never accomplished anything in Panama. And I'm the first.
really?
Remember we went with Joe and we went in the city and we had the chicharron. We were sitting in that courtyard in Panama City.
Yeah. When they did the capoeira, they were jumping over the rope. I'll never forget that. Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Best decision that you made in your career so far? What's the thing that you're most proud of?
Every promotion that I've lobbied for, or not, you don't make me lobby, but every promotion out of everybody.
Yeah.
I mean that everyone's from the ranks.
Right.
Every single person is from the rank and file. Right. So you don't have to educate on the product. Right. They know how it is, and you just pull them up because they earned it.
I think, looking back, it's rounded my career, but when I was given the presidential title.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
And that was a fun night, and then assuming, IT, telco, HR, it kind of rounded me up, because I had finance, right, responsibilities, and that's great, but it was a challenge.
Yeah.
It was a learning curve,
Right.
all that stuff. So I enjoyed doing that, as Rudy will too.
My ulcer thanks you.
Yeah. I think for me, it's Gary, Christina, and Trish. Promoting
No, that's odd.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
say your favorite moment in Centrinex? No, you said that you're most proud of.
that. Yeah.
Okay, because that's me too. When those three were on the couch and Gary,
All of them did.
I choked.
All of them did.
I did
All
too.
three of them cried.
Yeah, I got a big
I mean, that's.
apple in my,
It was like watching Old Yeller again.
Yeah.
Right? You just choked.
yeah.
I mean, that's,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You too.
of course.
Oh,
What about stuff that you would do over again?
A redo. Well, business decisions, the government job that we took on in its enormity. I mean, we got the call to add, I'll say 40 seats on Monday, and this was a Friday. And then it grew over the next 3 weeks to 500 and something. And we had like 4 or 5 placement agencies, our whole recruiting team, and getting them in here, getting them trained, and then all of operations moving to a different call center.
Right.
We did that.
Right.
Now, if I could do it over again, I wouldn't have done that. We would have kept it small and or did what we could have done maybe if we had the right partners and outsourced it. But
Wow.
yeah, but yeah, that was business-wise. That was a little bit much.
I think I had delusions of grandeur. Right?
Oh.
You go from 1 or 0 to 50 to 100 to 500, and all you do is you think that thing you imagined at 100 people is the same thing that's going to happen at 500 people, just 5 times better.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
And there's no possible way that it's going to happen. But for me, when you say we want 225 people, and I go yes, and they go, what we meant was 500, I'm like, oh my God, that sounds great.
Oh, I know it.
What a stupid idea. You? What you would do over again?
I would, if I can't hit the emergency brake, I just wish I could speak up in a more eloquent manner on hiring friends of owner.
Yeah.
I don't know one that's worked great, and I'm not being, but I had to say that. I really got to ask more questions. I think
No.
on my part.
So, not to put too fine a point on it, but the two of you are friends of owner.
Oh,
So I get your point, and
but
I'll take care of it tomorrow. I got this.
it's like I set you up for that. Did you read my notes?
Why
or
don't you
some
guys,
shit?
one of the two of you, just split the check, but do it on your personal card. So next year, I think, is a really, really good opportunity for us to grow and to. What does next year look like for you?
Fill in every seat in the call center. Hopefully, getting again. I like the pod idea, right?
Yeah.
Like a building with 20 people in it and a manager,
Yeah.
right? So I like that for disaster recovery, redundancy, all that stuff.
Right.
I'd love to throw a few more seats in Costa Rica.
Personally, what does it look like for you, Jim?
Personally,
These are questions I probably should have asked him when he started telling me he was
6
looking
months
for a new
ago.
house.
Yeah, 6 months.
But what, never been a time like the present.
I asked permission if I could work from home.
I know, but we didn't talk about it after that. So now we're talking about it.
I know.
cameras are on.
So I am
This is legally binding.
moving, but working from home.
Okay.
So it's going to be fun. I'll be out of the way, but I'll be doing all my. I'll really have a lot of good time for doing due diligence on future deals. And so I look to do a lot of, real hard looking and asking the right questions before we get involved in either purchasing or merging with other call centers. So, that's a great way to grow.
Yeah, right.
But you got to find the right partner. And I think we've been around enough to know, the call center business right?
Right.
And at least I do. So that's going to be what I'm going to focus on. Hopefully, as a business, we'll still retain our own the same clients, and they grow, and they're having successful years. And I think, hopefully, COVID's not going to
Mess that up.
raise its ugly head. But I'm positive that they'll not positive, but hopefully we'll have a vaccine and things will loosen up and
Right.
But otherwise, I still like working from home for certain employees. I think that's very effective to an extent.
Well, we're forced into it for sure. All right, so you're still around in the first quarter of next year. But the next 3 quarters, we have a quarterly meeting that we have to meet with each other and drink heavily and go over plans for the next quarter. So where is your next? We have to do it remotely now because you're moving away from us, and now we have to go somewhere and do it. So where do we do it? Where do we do it? We each get a choice. So you get one choice. Where are we going to go?
South Beach?
Where are you going to go?
U.S. and Virgin Islands.
That's right.
We visit Jimmy, though.
Yeah.
We throw a client into it. That's how we do it. Like we did. How great was Philly?
Yeah.
We threw a client into it.
Yeah.
We learned a lot. We got more business. That's how I think we should pick it.
Yeah. Somewhere with
So you got the Virgin Islands. You got 2 of them with Eric and Jimmy. Those are 2 islands.
Right.
That's what I think. That's how I think we should do it.
Okay, that's good.
So the 3 of us this year, it seems like a million years ago.
Yeah.
We had a blast in San Antonio.
Yeah, that was.
And we're going to go back
Oh
there
my
next
goodness.
year.
Good. Yeah.
Go and hang out on the riverfront, whatever it is.
Oh, that was great. The German place. Remember that?
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
That
goodness.
was in the middle of the afternoon. We were eating and drinking like.
Is that wrong? Is that wrong? Wife edit.
That was great. I would do that. And without a conference in the middle of it to get in the way of us.
Yes.
Right? We don't have to stay a half hour
Yeah, wow.
we can stay right there at the Hilton that's right there and fall into our room if we have to.
Oh man, that was good.
That was a good time.
Yeah. I think we went into a cafe for lunch,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And there was hardly anyone there. And we sat at the bar and we had good food and wine. And then the owner came out, right?
Yeah. He made the jokes that we can't repeat now.
Oh, that's so funny.
Unless you want, I should. Because I've been practicing.
What did he say?
The whole chick
I'm
one.
gonna do.
Oh yeah.
And then trust the wife edit. I'm gonna trust him.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
That was great. Right? That was a lot of
great.
fun. So what did we do? We went the afternoon and then we went the following night, or we went that night and the following afternoon? I forget. I actually forget. We were there at night because we were walking around.
You're asking us.
I don't know. We were there late at night because we sat at that one place outside and had a beer.
Well, and then we rode the scooters, right?
Oh, yeah, because what else? What could possibly... Yes, of course.
So wine for him. You want another glass of wine? You want to do a bourbon?
Oh no, I'm good.
So a glass of wine. And then I'll do, you have a Blanton's, if not anything that's a halfway decent bourbon. Neat, a glass of ice on the side.
Okay, I actually think I have a list right here. I'm out of
Oh.
Blanton's. Blanton's is the one I'm out of right now.
It's just
So ignore
everyone.
Blanton's on there. Otherwise, I've got quite a bit. I mean, I'm going to be Buffalo Knob, Woodford, lots of scorches.
You know what? I'll do the Lefroy.
The fruit?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, how did you want that prepared?
Just neat with a glass of ice on the side.
Scotch, huh? Yeah, I like that.
It's got that peaty.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was drinking up in Montreal about a year ago.
Oh, is that right? We'll get there. Hold on.
I think
Yeah.
they're seeing what we do all day, and,
right.
and you can't tell all our secrets. But yeah, boy, that was a good trip.
Yeah, it was.
Did you like that, Rudy?
Don't remember too much.
You really
Whipped
don't.
cream.
Like, at what point do you forget? Seriously, because you were on the plane ride.
I escaped, and then you guys
Hold Rudy.
caught me.
I got some great pictures.
Yeah.
Excellent. No, that's great. Patrick just called me. I just looked at a picture of whipped cream on your feet. Thank you, Patrick.
Here's one of the things that you've never talked about, and maybe you've just never talked about it, or maybe you have, but this might be an opportunity to talk about it or not. When your dad passed away, you never talked about it. I don't know who knows or who doesn't know. What happened in all of that?
I don't talk about it. Because that's how, I'm Germanic. That's how we deal with stuff.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like you were asking, like you did it alone, or kind of help did you get? Or like, I don't understand the options. What's the option?
Right.
We always just dealt with it.
Right.
I mean, it was miserable. I'm glad he was here. Sandra helped me through it a lot. And I still, I have bouts now.
Yeah.
Like I just found his death certificate.
Oh, wow. Right.
And then, the sun, the cloud blocks the sun, and I'm like, I'm getting
Something
weepy.
in my eye, right?
Yeah, but I mean, that's, I don't know how, like.
No, but I mean, from a perspective of, I don't know, because obviously, God forbid, it hasn't happened for me yet. But, was there a time that, the three of us could have gone out for you to talk about it, or was it just not important enough because
I
you
couldn't
got
talk.
it?
No, it's not that it wasn't. It was too important.
I didn't. Right.
I couldn't speak to it.
Right.
I would choke up.
Right.
As soon as someone said, "What do you say here?" Deepest sympathies or whatever. I choke up. I can't even talk.
Yeah, right.
So that's how I deal with it. I didn't talk for I don't know, I guess years.
So one more question. I'll let it go after that. With your mom, does she bring him up? Does it?
Yeah, in a funny way.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not. She's barely hanging on with it mentally, so
Right.
that's good. When she brings it up, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Well, it's one of those things where you just never know the right time to ask.
Yeah,
Right?
well, this was
never
good.
the right time.
I mean, back then I couldn't speak about it. I can't speak about it. But
Well,
now
and
I can.
that stoicism that you show, I think Jim and I respected that because we get it. I think, your dad passed, and maybe it was the same thing when it happened for you. But that's a tough situation. So I think my point is that in the future, if there's anything that happens, we've got to make sure that we go through a lot of different things together. We've got to make sure that we have each other's back when that
Agreed.
stuff happens.
Agreed. I'm always here to listen, and when I can, I will share. But I can't. But you helped me. You don't know what you did, but you helped me where you described your father's last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But you described with a smile. Mm-hmm. You kind of enjoyed that he was watching TV, watching a football game with you or whatever.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I looked to that a few times, and that's all I want to talk about this now. Yeah. But
And you with your mom. So
Thank you.
what?
Well, my mom
You're
is.
making a big decision by moving, and you're going to stick around for a while to help her out and all. But
Oh yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back and see her. Once a month. That's a meeting that my brothers and I are going to have on Monday. What the best thing for her
Right.
is, and so we may move her. We may, or we leave her here where she's at, and then move her somewhere else.
yeah, let's get soft here. So give me your favorite clients. We've got our favorites. I think we probably might all agree that we have a few that are the same. But who's your favorite client? Who's the one that's just makes our lives easier?
Well, it's Kat. It's
Oh yeah.
you can't do that.
yes, I can.
Wow.
I mean, they're a great client. They care about their people. They don't want to move. They give them
Yeah.
good incentives, and they pay their bills real quick,
In full, on time.
on time,
Everyone.
and plus they're genuinely nice people.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're really good.
It's the same.
Oh, is that right?
Of course. They take care of their people. We offer them a multiple dollar discount to go somewhere else offshore. And they're like, no, I want to stay with my team.
Wow.
They pay extra incentives for their people. Their attrition is zero.
Right.
And they don't call you to complain.
No, never.
There's
Never,
no like-
never.
That's a good
They have
client.
questions. There are no demands.
No,
right?
exactly. It's not like a favor, like there's other clients that I'm not gonna name now. They're great. God, I love them so much. But every time they do something, it's like, but I'd like this.
Yeah.
Right? It's always a quid pro quo. Whereas that's a one-way client. Yeah. They care about their people and they care about us. They really think of us as partners.
Yeah.
I will tell you, EW is my We've had them since July of last year, and it's the thing that's kept us afloat for sure.
Oh yeah.
And it was our first permanent deal that we had, and it really, it showed me that you picked the right partner that wants us to be successful, and
Oh yeah.
they'll make us successful
yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
Fine. That was my second.
All right, last question. Favorite former employee that doesn't work here anymore? I hope you answered this the right way, because I'm...
Reporting to me?
No, just in general.
Oh, just in
Anybody.
general? Oh gosh, let me think about it.
You have one?
Dean Fred.
Yeah, exactly.
Dan?
You knew that? You saw that coming?
Yeah, right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I hate that I'm such a tell, But you knew that. I
course.
don't know how you knew that.
Yeah. I don't know. We've had some characters. I mean, you go to like your Krugers and your Jason Derryberry's, and he was a stitch. He really was.
great.
He was.
All right, we're probably out of space and out of time. So it was fun.
This was great.
What about the one question?
What?
The one question, like you said, we can ask each other one question.
Oh, I did that.
You said that.
I said a question you always wanted to ask the other two.
Well, did we do that?
I did with your dad and with your mom.
That's what you wanted to ask? Wow. Well, we didn't ask you nothing.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We're out of space. Apparently it's time's up.
So I have two for you. One is, how do you do 3 events a day without blowing your brains out? Like if I'm triple booked, if I got a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I don't even want to do it. How do you do what the you do?
You compartmentalize. Right? So each one of the things is valuable for each person that I'm meeting with is looking forward to meeting with me, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity. And so if I look at it all the same, because it's a day where it's like today, from 7:30 when I got in to now, I haven't stopped.
No, you beat me in the office.
But everything that I did, compartmentalizing it was really super important, but just by itself. It was really important I got in because I had an hour of emails, and I had an hour meeting with that recruiting guy, then I had an hour meeting with that call center guy, then I had a half-hour meeting with the new hires, then I had my gym, and then I had to meet with Murphy, and then I had to go and do personal stuff, and then I had some other stuff to do, and then I came up here, and then we had all this stuff. Each one of those things individually, super, super important, but it's individually. So if I think about it, I had a long day. Sure, I had a long day. But each thing that I did was really important to the cause of whatever that cause was. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the easy one, but
Yeah.
not too easy. So what event made you change your disposition on operations/me when every time a client belched something, you're like, you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up. All those 6 people, you fucked up.
Right.
When did we earn credibility? What was the event? What was the client that whined one time too much?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it was, but that's the answer to the question. When I stopped believing the client and started believing you, then that was it.
Yeah, but when was it?
It
What
doesn't
was
matter. Let's say it was, so you've been here 10 years? Let's say it was 5 years ago.
Oh, you don't remember the event. You don't remember the
there
client.
There wasn't an event. It was a process. But the process was exactly that. It wasn't any one thing. It was the fact that I knew, and it wasn't excuses that you were making or things that you were saying. It was just that I knew what you were doing on this side, and I knew what the customers were asking for on this side. So I knew what we were providing for them. And so you have a couple, probably what it was is you have a couple shitty clients that don't know what they're talking about, that are getting what it is that they deserve because we're giving it to them, and they're still complaining. You're out. So still to this day, there are some clients that maybe they can say something to me to make me question you, but for the most part, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And any new client that comes in that says that to me, they don't stand a chance against what it is that we do. So it's probably the credibility that I place in the clients compared to the credibility that I place in what you're doing. So the more that you do the right thing, the more that you did the right thing, the less I said, you know what, guys, I know what you're saying, but we're providing something for you that you just don't get.
So it wasn't one event, there wasn't
don't
one
think so.
conference call, it wasn't, okay,
No.
okay.
I think it was a process.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. I worked him over, hit him.
I have nothing.
He doesn't know. He doesn't even know where he is right now.
No, he's sober. What's wrong with you?
Well, I've been
A
chewed
wife
out.
had it, wife
I've
had
been chewed out, too many times by him. But I stay pretty good now, right?
What did I do?
That's
I
in
didn't.
conferences in front of other people.
I know, but
No, this is on video forever.
yeah, yeah. And then I'm driving, so I don't want to mess with that.
That's a bad answer.
It's a good answer, though.
No,
No.
no. You've done worse for less.
Boy, what's the question that you're most proud of, or that?
It's your favorite.
Oh man. Okay, you guys were with me,
Yeah.
and so was Reggie, and he was flying the plane.
In the plane.
I think of that all the time
so
and
funny.
just crack up. And
We were
You know.
way out of our league in that, right? I mean, we didn't even know what we were doing.
oh, getting that little. We had more chance of dying at that than the canoe trip. I'll tell you that.
With Reggie as our co-pilot.
Yeah, bless his heart though. Good Lord, there's a big wall cloud coming. He said, "Do you see that?" He goes. Just seeing the reaction. Oh.
No,
know, he
and then
said,
Reggie
just
said that when we
hold the
landed,
Yeah.
he gets on the tarmac and there's all those birds, and Reggie's like, all I heard the guy say was, "Move, birds."
I don't remember that at all.
No,
No,
we were
I
just
remember
ready to
the
land
plane
on the runway.
Yeah, he had the headphones.
There was right. He's sitting right, and all of a sudden there's birds sitting on the runway, and the guy's like, "Move, birds." We didn't know any of it.
Yeah, that was a funny moment. And
that was great.
Quick trip, one day, but I'll always
day.
remember it.
All right, boys, that was fun. This was a good night. It was a long night, but wow,
Something.
something.
I clicked to that.
Cheers.
Hey, yeah.
Salud, salud. Salud. Salud.
All right, that's enough.
Cut,
enough.
Turn the fan on.
Oh, fan, I'll fill up the
God.
glasses.
On.
Everyone.